Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the second season transfer special. We've signed Haaland. You may as well click off this video because we've peaked here. It's not going to get any better than this. On second thought, don't click off this video. That is terrible advertising. This is why I only have 580 subscribers. Hey guys, and welcome back to the 13th episode and the start of the second season of the FM21 Manchester City Road to the Champions League save with me, Raxo FM, where today it is the transfer special and we are ready to make some deals. We've already made some deals, Haaland being one of the key ones. You know what, let's just take a look at the man, just bask in his glory, admire his stats and accept the fact that he is officially a part of our squad now. Brilliant stuff. While we take a look at him, make sure that you do go down below and make sure that you smash the like button on today's episode, as well as subscribing to the Raxo FM channel so that you don't miss all the episodes this season. I have a feeling we're going to win the Champions League this year. Can we please get 10 likes? No, 12 likes on today's video. I've upgraded it because it is a big day. As a transfer special, we have so much money to spend, and I'm not going to lie to you, we've already spent a bit of it. I think I've spent about £100 million off camera, and we still have 134 to spend. I'm quite happy with the budget, but the main one that we have brought in is Erling Haaland, and he has come in for only £75 million. It can go up to about 115 in the future if he makes 50 appearances for the club. Let's be real here, he probably is going to make 50 appearances for the club, but for now, I still think that that is a brilliant deal, even though it is probably going to go up to £115 million. For what we're getting, it's still a brilliant piece of business, to be honest. I've absolutely pulled off a bargain in a weird way here, because I don't know if you can really consider buying anything for £115 million as a bargain. But here's a bargain, here's a great player, and he's going to lead us to glory, potentially Champions League glory, in today's episode, not today's episode, and in the whole season. You know, I'm not going to win the Champions League in one episode. But we have also made some other signings, as I did say. Let's take a look at who they are. I signed him on my 3 signings and 3 sales for Manchester City, and now I've taken my own advice. Welcome to the squad, Lorenzo Pellegrini. He comes in as a central midfielder or a central attacking midfielder option. And to be honest, I wasn't exactly, after him desperately. But when a player like this comes up for £27.5 million with no add-ons, you're not realistically going to say no. He did very well in the Serie A last year with Roma, who finished up in... Okay, that's not great at 5th place, but he was still a decent player, getting 4 goals, 3 assists. He can play as a box-to-box midfielder. He can play as a Mazzala. He can play as a deep line playmaker. Maybe not a box-to-box, actually, because he can't finish and he can't tackle. I probably should have looked at his stats a little bit better before I did sign him, but I still think he's a brilliant signing. 24 years of age, got plenty of room to grow. Yeah, we're happy with this one. Hopefully. I'll keep telling myself that. The next signing, I will admit, I'm a wee bit more iffy on, but I'm still happy with the signing. Again, I'm going to keep telling myself that to help me sleep at night. It is Koopmeiners. I think I'm saying that correct. I think I actually am. I'm not even going to try that first name. The U, and I could have accepted it if it was U, then E. But E and U, it's very confusing, very confusing. He comes in for just £22 million, could rise to £23.5 million. So still a really good fee for a player that has a lot of room to improve. Oh, maybe not that much room to improve, based on the fact that his potential ability is not great. And also we do have Fernandinho in this position, who's much better than him in a lot of ways. And then even after that, we have Rodri, who I imagine is better than him in a lot of ways as well. Let's take a look. See how badly I've done here. Rodrigo. There we go. Rodri. He's better than him in just about all ways. So it's not my best signing I've ever made. But once again, he's cheap and he's not bad, and he's young. And I am regretting this one a wee bit, but I still think he's a decent signing. He's going to do well for us. Pellegrini and Koopmeiners. Top class. At least I signed Haaland. Let's go back to that. Let's just refocus our attention on Erling Haaland. You can't get upset with me about this signing. This is a brilliant signing. He's going to lead us to glory. And we're not done with the players that we're bringing in just before with Simulate Forward, I have also managed to get a deal done, and it is Joshua Kimmich. You may also see here, Alvarez is almost going to be across the line as well. We'll tell you when that one is actually confirmed. He's a centre-back option that I think is going to be brilliant for us. Only 23 years of age, very cheap as well. Yeah, even though we have a lot of money, I'm still being conservative with our funds. But Joshua Kimmich is someone that I can sign right here, right now. He's considered to be a 5-star current ability player. I'll believe it when I see it. But he is still going to be a world-class player, even if his ability scout report is completely incorrect because of his stats. We can see that he has brilliant stats across the board, and I love the versatility that he brings to the table. We can play him as a deep line playmaker, we can play him as a box-to-box midfielder, we can play him as a right back as well, and I think that that's exactly what we need. He's going to be signed right now. He's a star player, and he comes in at 4.5-star current ability. I'll take that. You know, if they're telling me that he's going to be 5-star current ability, I'm never going to believe that. 4.5, I'm happy with that. We have just signed 2 players that have a 4.5-star current ability, Kimmich and Haaland. You can't tell me this has not been a brilliant start to the episode, and you can't tell me this doesn't deserve a like. He is going to be such a class signing for us, and I think we're already going to push on to be one of the best teams in the entire world this year. Financially speaking, I've spent a lot of money already. I haven't sold a single player, and we still have £62 million. I just don't understand how does people in general have this much money? It's baffling. And then they trust me with it. It is a fictional video game, to be fair. This episode should really be called how to spend about, I don't know, £260 million in 5 minutes, because I've just managed to sign another player. I know I've already covered him, but this one, he's better than we expected. Edson Alvarez. I absolutely love him, and I love the versatility. Again, can play centre-back, CDM, even up to central midfield, right back if we need him to as well. There's only good things going on at this football club right now, and he is certainly one of them. And he's come in for only £30 million, no add-ons, nothing like that. Brilliant signing. If I do say so myself, I think I'm absolutely smashing this transfer window so far. I know I said that I was unsure about a couple of my signings before, but I'm now feeling very confident about my ability to bring in great players. If we compare him to, who will we compare him with? I guess being a right-sided centre-back, his competition is going to be Diaz. So it'll be a tough competition to see who starts. It's probably going to be Diaz, but I tell you what, he's going to give him a good run for his money all year. 23 years of age. I love this. I'm doing brilliantly right now, and I think we're about to get rid of some dead weight. Patrick Roberts, I mean, I'd like to get 5.5, but if he's keen to go to that club, I'm willing to get rid of him for that. I'll offer him out to clubs again for 5.5, see what happens. And we're also almost getting rid of another one of our players. We haven't gotten rid of anyone just yet, but we have almost gotten rid of the man, the myth, the legend, Kyle Walker. Don't get me wrong, Kyle Walker's a great player, but with Alvarez, who can now play it right back, with Kimmich that can now play it right back, with Cancelo, who can play it right back, we don't need Kyle Walker anymore. And for £36 million, I mean, it's the time to cash in on him. Big things are happening this transfer window, boys and girls. We do only have £30 million to play with now, but big things are still occurring. We have officially completed some more brilliant business on my behalf. I don't care that I'm getting a D rating for this. Benjamin Mendy being sold for £53 million as an absolute deal and a half. When am I ever going to use this man? I'm sorry. But he was average at best last year, getting himself a 7.09. I mean, he played 12 games. It's not that hard to get a 7.09. We've just got Angelino back from loan. He's actually homegrown at club. I don't even see any reason why I would want to keep the man around. I think for £53 million, that's genius. We also managed to get rid of this guy. I don't know how we did that. It was a free transfer, apparently. Kyle Walker is confirmed to have left as well. This one I can understand how you could give it a slightly lower rating, but still £36 million for a 31-year-old. We're not going to play that much this year. I think I've done well here. And we've also brought in 3 players. Let's not forget about this. Memphis Depay, the man, the myth, the legend. We all know how good he is. He has come in on a free. And he's now worth £42 million. Of course he is. We also brought in the man, the myth, the legend, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. I don't know how much game time he's going to get this year with Depay, Gabriel Jesus, and Haaland. But it'll be interesting to see how he works his way into the team. And we've also brought in Ali Akman, who I think is going to be a good player for the future. Hopefully we don't have to play too many more seasons, because we'll win the Champions League sometime soon. But always good to have that in your back pocket. So brilliant deals by myself. No new signings coming in just yet. We're trying to get rid of a couple more players so that we can then reinvest that money. But we now have £120 million in our bank account. I don't actually know where we need to target anymore. I feel like we've done a pretty good job of signing players. If we take a look at our best 11, I would disagree that this is our best 11. I'd put Kimmich in central midfield, and then I'd chuck Cancelo at right back, and then I think this is our best 11. But looking at that team, I just don't see it. It sounds cocky, but I just don't see a weakness. I think we're actually perfect, and we don't have a reserve goalkeeper right now, but I would straight away call up. He's just come back from loan. Where is he? The goalkeeper dude. Does anyone know who I'm on about? If his contract expired, and I've lost him because he was actually in my plans. Goalkeeper Muric. There we go. He's going straight into the team because I believe he's considered to be homegrown at club. But if we can do that for registration purposes, that is going to be brilliant. It's going to be. That doesn't say here. Let's try registration for the English Premier League, for the Champions League. He is considered homegrown at club. That's brilliant because that gives us another player that we can then register instead of having a goalkeeper. If you know how the registration works, that's actually brilliant for us. Last year, I think we only ended up being able to register 20 people or 21 because we had only one homegrown at club person. Now we've got 1, 2, and where is he? There, 3 in there. So it's great things all round for the club right now, and £120 million. If I can spend that well, like I've been doing recently, this team is going to dominate every single competition. I mean, I am the manager, so maybe they won't dominate every single, but we'll do well. I feel kind of bad, but it's getting to the point where anyone that's over 30 or has 3-star current ability is in serious danger of being sold, and that's exactly the case with Gundogan. Unfortunately, he's just not the best player in our team. He's 30, and I could sell him for £50 million, so he's gone. I didn't use him that much last year. He's a decent player, don't get me wrong, but I just kind of wanted the money, and I've got a lot of players. I'm having a real conundrum right now. I'm not going to lie, boys and girls. I just don't know what to do. I've got too many good players, and I don't really know who to bring in. It's kind of a good situation to be in, but I've got £177 million, and I have absolutely no idea who to sign with that money. Because if we look at our lineup, we're pretty stacked. You know, Kimmich, Rodri, De Bruyne, Silva, Sterling, Haaland, Guerrero, Laporte, Diaz, Cancelo, Ederson. I mean, there's no standout terrible player in that team. Maybe Rodri is a player that could be improved upon, but we've got Fernandinho in the reserves that could definitely slot in there and be a world-class player, but he's getting on, so I'd rather give some experience to someone a wee bit younger. Maybe Coop Myers can go in there, but realistically, I don't want to sign another central midfielder. We've got enough central midfielders. You know, Kimmich is good in there. We've got Ward-Prowse, we've got Pellegrini, Coop Myers, Rodri, Fernandinho. We've got enough options in there. It's probably the only position that I'm thinking maybe I should have highlighted a wee bit more, but I think we're decent for that position. Right back, we're fine. Cancelo's in there. I mean, centre-backs were all good because we've got like 6 world-class centre-backs in our squad right now. I think that's not even an exaggeration. I think that's about bang on. Guerrero's fine at left-back. Angelino's a great reserve. Ederson's fine. Muric is going to be a fine reserve because he's got that homegrown at club status. De Bruyne is fine at cam, obviously. Silva's great on the right wing. Sterling's great on the left wing. We've got Gnabry as a backup if we need him. Even Phil Foden can do a job out there. Haaland's up top. You know, Gabriel Jesus, Ibrahimovic, pretty decent backups. I haven't even covered Depay, Ferran Torres, and yeah, okay, I acted like I was going to go a wee bit further, but I didn't end up going a wee bit further. So I just don't know where we can actually improve this team. It's a predicament and a half. So I'm just thinking maybe I get Mbappe. or Messi. You know, like, you can't go wrong with signing Mbappe or Messi. No one's going to get mad at me for that. You can't really turn around and say, you've screwed it up there, Rack. So, it's Messi, you know? So, that's my plan. Let me know what you think. It's all I can really think of, to be honest. Just splash the cash. He's 22. I'm actually thinking we might get Mbappe. How much is this going to cost? Okay, let's give this a crack. 84 start off with. Okay, they've straight away rejected it. That's probably fair enough. Let's move it up to 100 and just see what happens. We might be signing Mbappe. So I signed Mbappe. Yeah, when I said at the start of this video we peaked with Haaland, I was incorrect. I didn't realize I'd be in this incorrect. We now have the two best future players in the world. And again, I just don't know where to go from here. We managed to sign him for £180 million. What an absolute steal that is. I mean, it's actually not that bad. It's only £30 million more than PSG paid for him 3 or 4 years ago. So we've done pretty well there. He's a world-class player. I don't have to talk about him too much. It's Mbappe, and we've got him playing out on the right-hand side. Oh, let's pick the best 11 now. Let's take a look at it. Look at that squad. Mbappe, isn't he? He's not even put in right wing. We're not even starting Haaland. That's how good we are. Okay, I don't know how that works, but I'm definitely lining up like this with Haaland up top, Mbappe out on the right as an inside forward, playing on an attacking duty. If I can't win the Champions League with this team, I don't deserve to ever win the Champions League. And the crazy thing is, I still have £50 million to spend. I'm really enjoying this transfer window, boys and girls. We also managed to sell a couple of players, which is one of the reasons why we were able to fund that massive deal. We got rid of Yangel Herrera for £24 million, which is an absolute deal for us, considering that we didn't play him at all last year because he was out on loan, and I had no interest in playing him at all this year. We also managed to get rid of Zinchenko for £42 million, which I think is an absolute deal and a half once again. Another piece of great business by me. We've also gotten rid of John Stones for £38 million. This one isn't as crazy good, but still a very decent fee for a player that we're not going to be using all that much this year. So that now leaves us with a few less midfield options, a few less centre-back options, but still we've got Alvarez and Ake, Diaz, Laporte, and midfield. We're basically sorted as well. So I'm feeling pretty comfortable with the team that we have. I don't think I'm going to make any more signings for this episode, but I still have so much money. Look, half of it's in wage budget. If we actually put, oh my goodness, we've still got like £70 million, boys and girls. What else could I buy? This is too much fun. I'm having a ball and a half here. I could get Modric. That's a calm 5 mil. You know, I'm just chucking that around left, right, and centre. If I feel like getting him, I will. Who's this guy? I don't care. Sign him. Easy money. William Carvalho. Terrible for us last year. Only played one game. Sign him. Sign him up. Love it. Well, I signed another 5-star current ability player. Leon Goretzka. Another central midfielder. Another German player. Welcome to the team. This one, only £75 million. It could go up to 84, but that's a pretty good deal for me. You know, I've been splurging the cash, and now our team it's pretty insane, isn't it? If you take a look at our team report, this is how we're looking. And squad depth, the depth is insane. Look, I think we have a 5-star player in every single position. That's not true, actually. Left back, we definitely don't. But look here, 5-star Mbappe, 4.5 Haaland. Then we've got Sterling out there, 4-star. De Bruyne, 4.5-star. Mbappe, 5-star. Goretzka, 5-star. Kimmich, 4.5-star. Then we've got Alvarez, 4-star. Diaz, 4-star. Laporte, 4-star. Guerrero, 3-star. And then Ederson, 3.5-star. We're pretty sorted for this year. And this has been one of the most enjoyable transfer windows I've ever done. Probably the best transfer special I've ever done as well. We've spent... I need to do the math so that I can put this in the title, because this has to be mentioned. 27 plus 20, that's like 50 plus 100-ish for argument's sake. So 150, let's go another 70, so 220, 250, and then add that. We've spent £500 million. We've spent £500 million. I'm going to say that one more time. We've spent £500 million. Yeah, I think it should be compulsory to do that every single transfer window, because I've thoroughly enjoyed that. And that is where I'm ending today's episode. If you guys have enjoyed it, make sure you do smash the like button. I really appreciate all the support we've had on this series. Make sure you do subscribe so that you don't miss the future videos. We will be playing in the first game of the Premier League, and I guess the Community Sheild. I'm not completely sure what I'm planning on doing, but I'll cover some games in the next episode. Watch the stacked team do its thing. I mean, if I can't win competitions with this 11, I don't deserve to be playing Football Manager. But once again, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed it, and I'll see you all later.